Hello students, let us continue with the digital electronics. Up to last session we have completed the Karnaugh map and its problems. We have solved enough problems on Karnaugh maps. And today new topic we are going to start, that is sequential logic circuits. Sequential logic circuit, what do you mean by sequences? You know already sequences, that means continuous. You have studied sequences in your mathematics. So, sequential logic circuits, if by the name itself you will know it is not only present case, it is from previous, present and forward, something like that. Before this we have studied combinational logic circuits. Before going to study the combinational logic circuits, we have already studied. What do you mean by combinational logic circuits? In combinational logic circuit, it's a combination of logic gates performs a desired task, a desired function. Okay, that is nothing but combinational logic. In combinational logic circuits, for example, we have constructed so many combinational logic circuits for the simplified expressions in the K-map. So, those are all combination of logic gates performs particular function. That means those combinational logic gates, what we have logic gates we have inserted in the combination logic circuits, those depends on the input conditions of that circuit only at that instant of time. That means combinational logic circuits depends only on present input conditions. That means if I have A and B, I have some logic circuit. If A is 0 and B is 0, we will get Y as 0. A is 1, 0 and B is 1, then again the output changes. I will take this as an OR gate truth table, the output will be 1. If I change the input, again output changes depending on the present input condition. Whatever the output is going to change depending on the present input conditions, and it will not know what is the previous input conditions or previous output conditions. It will not retain it. That means previously it was 0. Once you change the input conditions, the output changed to 1, and again for 1 and 0, again output is 1 only, again that is depending on the present input conditions. It will not memorize or it will not remember what was the previous input. So, once you change the inputs, the output is changing according to the input at that time. That present input condition it will check and gives the output. That is combinational logic circuit. Whereas sequential logic circuits. Sequential logic circuits are those they not only depends on present input levels, but also on previous input conditions or previous output state. That means in combination logic circuit, if you change the input, output changes according to that inputs. Whereas in sequential logic circuits, output depends output depends on present input conditions as well as the previous input conditions. That means it is going to remember the previous state of the circuit. So, you will understand once we studied the circuit in a better way. So, here it depends not only on the present input conditions, but also on the previous input condition. That means previously what was the condition of the output. So, that is nothing but we can tell this circuits having memory. These sequential logic circuits having memory. For example, in your traffic signal, there will be red and green lights will be there, or red, green and yellow lights will be there. If there are two roads, for 90 seconds, for road 1 it will be red and for the road 2 it will be green. Okay. After 90 seconds, road 2's traffic is cleared. So, road 1's traffic should be cleared. So, what it will do? Once the red changes to yellow, after yellow it should change to green, right. So, it will remember the previous state. Previously it was red, the circuit remembers previously it was red, after 90 seconds it should go to green. So, that means these circuits, these sequential logic circuits depends on previous, that means they remember the previous state. For example, I will teach here, you will remember those things. You have stored that information, right? That is your memory. In the same way, the logic circuits, digital circuits also remembers the previous conditions of the circuit, that is called as memory. Okay. So, sequential logic circuits are those which depends not only on the present input conditions, but also on the previous input conditions. So, we can tell the sequential logic circuits have memory, whereas combinational logic circuits, they do not have memory. Okay. So, this is about sequential and combinational logic circuits, and this sequential logic circuits, I will give you one illustration of latch circuit. Here I will tell you one, give you an explanation on, I will take a NOR gate. NOR is a universal gate. Before this, the sequential logic circuits are constructed using combinational logic circuits. Combinational logic circuits, these are the inputs, output is depending on the present input conditions, whereas in case of sequential logic circuits, the sequential logic circuits are made up of combinational logic circuits along with the memory element. That means this memory is achieved by the feedback network. That means the output of the combinational logic circuit is stored. Output of the combinational logic circuit is stored, and that is giving back to the input. So, giving back the fraction of output to the input is nothing but feedback that we have studied in feedback amplifiers. So, this output conditions are stored and giving back to the input. By this, the next output depends also on the previous output. In combination logic circuits, we will be having only inputs and outputs. These outputs depends only on these inputs, Whereas in sequential logic circuits, these outputs are stored and giving back to the input, so that the next coming outputs depends not only on the present input conditions but also on the previous outputs. Previous output is again depending on the previous inputs, right? So this is what happens in sequential logic circuits, so that they can store bits. Sequential logic circuits are main concern is which acts as a memory elements in digital circuits. So we can store 0 or 1. Again, digital circuits storing information, they store information in the form of series of bits, right? So storing information in the digital circuit, storing information in your computer, or storing information in your mobile phone, everything a series of zeros and ones. So how to store this 0? How to store this 1? So that is performed by these sequential logic circuits. Okay, so we'll go through one small illustration using NOR gate, basic NOR latch it is called as latch. Why it is latch? You'll understand it. It will be having two inputs R and S and two outputs Q and Q bar. These two are called as complementary outputs. Complementary outputs in the sense, if Q is equal to 0, Q bar should be 1. If Q is equal to 1, Q bar should be 0. So why this Q and Q bar, that you will understand in the next coming classes. Just to analyze the circuits, how to analyze the sequential logic circuit, or how to store, how these sequential logic circuits are going to store 1 or 0, that we will analyze now. See, for example, here I will take R is equal to 0 and S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0 and S is equal to 1. I will take R is equal to 0 and S is equal to 1. Before that, we will just draw the truth table of NOR gate. NOR gate truth table, hope you people remember, A, B are the inputs and Y is equal to A plus B whole bar, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 0. This is the truth table of NOR gate. Using NAND also we can construct, just it is easy to analyze using NOR gates only. I am taking NOR gate as first. If R is equal to 0 and S is equal to 1, what happens? See, in NOR gate definition, if any one of the, if all the inputs are 0, then only it is 1. If any one of the input is high, output will be 0. Right? If any one of the input is high or all the inputs are high, output will be 0. So by that I have taken S is equal to 1. So any one of the NOR gate, any one of the input of the NOR gate is 1, then Q bar is equal to 0. 0 and 0, both are 0, 0, the output will be 1. So that this circuit can latch the information of 1 and 0. Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is equal to 0. Okay. That means what happened in this case, Q is equal to 0, Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is equal to 0. Okay. I will take another example. I will retain R as 0 only and S also I will make 0. If both are 0, 0, what happens? R was 0, S is also 0 now, and Q is 1, 1 and 0. 1 and 0 is 0 and 0 and 0 is 1. What happened? Q is equal to 1 only, Q bar is equal to 0 only. That means it retained the previous state. When I made both are 0, 0, first R was 0, S was 1, then I made S is equal to 0, then the output Q remained at 1 only and Q bar remained at 0 only, right? If I change this, R is equal to 1, S is equal to 0, I will make. R is equal to 1, I will make, S is equal to 0, I will make. What happens? R is equal to 1, if any one of the input of the NOR gate is high, then the output will be 0, and this 0 and 0, then it will become 1. Right? So what happened? Q changed to 0 and Q bar changed to 1. When R is equal to 1, S is equal to 0, Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is equal to 1. Again I will make R is equal to 0 and S is equal to also 0. What happens? When R is equal to 0 I made and S was 0 itself. So 0 and 1, it is 0, 0 and 0, that is 1. So Q remained at 0 and Q bar remained at 1 only. So observe these 4 cases. First, R was 0, S was 1, Q is set to 1 and Q bar is to 0. When I made both 0, 0, the circuit remained in the previous state itself. Whereas, when I made R is equal to 1, S is equal to 0, Q and Q bar changed 1 to 0, 0 to 1. But when I made both are 0, 0, again circuit remained in the previous condition itself. That means, this circuit is, and this part, these two parts, when R is equal to and S is equal to, both are 0, 0, and these two parts we can tell it is remaining in the previous state itself. It is remaining in the previous state itself. That means it is storing the information, that is called as memory. Whereas, when you made R is equal to 0, S is equal to 1, the Q is set to 1 and Q bar to 0. When you did R is equal to 0, sorry, S is equal to, when you made R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 0, Q is set to 0 and Q bar set to 1. So this is called as set state and this is called as reset state. That means if you want to store 1, you have to make S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0. S stands for set, R stands for reset. If you want to reset the flip-flop, you have to make R is equal to 1. If you want to set the flip-flop, then you have to make S is equal to 1. When S is equal to 1, setting the flip-flop is nothing but making Q is equal to 1 and storing the information, storing the bit 1 in the flip-flop by making S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0. To store 0, we'll make R is equal to 1, S is equal to 0. When you remove this, both will become 0, 0. That circuit retains in the previous state itself. So, this is how we can store 0 and 1 in the digital circuits, and this is called as basic NOR latch. Latch in the sense latching, door latch, latch in the sense latching the information, latching the bit in the circuit. So, it is called as latch. And by this we can see, I will draw the truth table of this latch, NOR latch. Inputs S R and Q bar, and what is the state. When I made both 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 we didn't try it, we'll try it. When I made 0 0, this went into the previous conditions itself. Previous condition, so I'll call this as memory or hold state. This is called as hold state. That means it is retaining into the previous state only. When I made R is equal to 0, Q is equal, S is equal to 0, it's retained the previous state. Whereas when I made S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, that time Q is 0, Q bar is 1, and it is called as reset state. And S is equal to 1, Q is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, then it is called as set state. Okay. In this input condition we could store 0, in this input condition we could store, in this input condition we could store 1, and in this input condition we could store 0, and for this 0 0 condition we can retain holding the status of the circuit for a previous output only, that means memory. This is the state of memory. We didn't check this, we will check when S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1. When S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1, what happens if both are 1 and 1? And according to truth table 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, it is 1 0 0 0. This is the NOR gate truth table. When R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1, for 1, assuming this was 0 and 1 previously, 1 and 1 leads to 0, and this 0 and 1 leads to 1 only, right. If I analyze this gate first, if I am going to analyze this gate first, when R is equal to 1, S is equal to 1, right. If it is 1, okay, previously it was what we did 1 and 0, okay. Assume this is in set state, I will take this as 0 and this as 1 only. When R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1, I will take 1 and 0, the 1 and 0 leads to 0, this was at 1, this was at 0, R is equal to 1, S is equal to 1, I am taking 1 and 0 leads to 0, and this 0 and 1 leads to again 0 only. Both are going to set as 0 only, which is not possible. That means when S is equal to R is equal to 0, Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is also is equal to 0. Right. So, what happens, this is not possible, it is okay. If it is not possible also, because these are complementary outputs I have told, but it is okay, we will treat that as Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is equal to 0 only. So, what happened, when you will check hold state, S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0, I check first this gate, right. I am going to check this gate. When S is equal to 1, Q was earlier 1 and Q bar was 0. 1 and 1 and it is 0, and 0 and 1 again it is 0 only. So, both are trying to be 0. When I make S is equal to both are 1 1 I tried, right? When I tried both are 1 1, I got both are 0 0, right? When r is equal to 1, 1 and 0 it was 0, when 0 and 1 again it is 0, both are trying to be 0 we got. When S is equal to 0 and r is equal to 0 I will take. This time it should hold this condition, right? Because this condition, which is a memory condition, what happens? I made both are 0 0, and here also it is 0 0, 0 and 0 it is 1, 1 and 0 it is 0. If I analyze this gate first, both were 0 0, 0 and 0 it is 1, 1 and 0 it is 0. If I analyze this gate first, when both were 0 0, if I analyze this gate first, 0 and 0 it is 1, 1 and 0 and it is 0. What happened? When S is equal to R is equal to 1, both trying to be 0 0. When Q is 0, Q bar is 0, we made both are 0 0. When I made both are 0 0, what happened? I am going to analyze gate 1, 0 and 0, 1 it becomes 1, 1 and 0 that is 0. For gate 1, if I analyze gate 1 first. If I analyze this gate first, both were 0 0 0 0, this is going to be 1, and 1 0, this is going to be 0. It should not happen, right? You are getting my point, I guess. See, when I made both are, when S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, Q set to 0 and Q bar set to 1. When I made converse, S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, Q is equal to 1, Q bar is equal to 0 happened. But when I made both are 0 0, in both the cases I tried, they remained in the previous state itself. But when I made S is equal to R is equal to 0, then Q is equal to Q complement and Q complement is equal to Q. That means they should not, both are trying to be 0 0, which is the case invalid. This cannot happen. If we agree both are 0 0 also, what happened? For the next case, it will not remain in 0 0. When I analyze using gate 1, it goes to 1 and 0. When I analyze using gate 2, it goes to 0 and 1, which is unreliable. It is not reliable network. That should not happen. So, that cannot be possible. See, I am going to analyze this gate first and this gate second. That is not depending on my analyzation. It is depending on how fast the gates respond to their input conditions. If gate 1 responds fast, then it will be 1 and 0. If gate 2 responds fast, it will be 0 and 1. That is depending on the gate's performance. So, it is unpredictable. We cannot predict it. What is the output condition? If I want to store 0, it should be stored in as 0 only. If it stores 1, then my data is incorrect, right? So, the last condition, when both are trying to be 1 1, is not a valid case. this is not considered in the circuit. This is a prohibited case, we will not go with this. And no use, it is of no use, so we will not take this condition. We will go with only these three, where if you want to store 1, we will make s is equal to 1. If you want to store 0, we will make r is equal to 1 and s is equal to 0. Both are trying to be 1, that case is prohibited. Both trying to be 0 in the sense, if s is equal to r is equal to 0, then the previous state will be retained. Okay. This is the basic information of sequential logic circuits. In the next session, I am going to analyze the NAND gate circuit. And if we this NOR gate is not there in your syllabus, but it is easy to understand using NOR gate. Then we will go to NAND latch, basic NAND latch, that will be a little different from NOR, because NOR and NAND a little different in their operations, right. So, we are going to study in our syllabus, that is sequential logic circuits using NAND gates only. Okay. No assignment for today. Any doubts? Text me. Thank you.